Okay, good morning, dear students. Today we will learn about the complementary function for the imaginary roots of a differential equation with constant linear differential equation with constant coefficient. First, if we have one pair of roots be imaginary for a linear differential equation with constant coefficient, suppose that for a differential equation, if we have the two roots are imaginary, m1 equal to alpha plus iota beta and m2 equal to alpha minus iota beta, in this case the complementary function, we can write the complementary function of this type differential equation equal to c1 e to the power m1x plus c2 e to the power m2x. Okay, in our previous lecture we already solved the problem of complementary function for the real roots, for the real and distinct root, for the real and more than two same roots. In the third case is the one if the one and more than one pair of the roots are imaginary for a differential equation with constant coefficient, then the complementary function of the differential equation is basically, suppose that we have the two roots and two roots are real. Okay, then if we have two roots and two roots are real, then we can write the differential equation like this: c1 e to the power m1x plus c2 e to the power m2x. Okay, but we have the complex roots, and when we put the complex roots at the place of m1 and m2, then this equation converts c1 e to the power m1 alpha plus iota beta and x plus c2 e to the power alpha minus iota beta and x. Okay, now we can easily solve e to the power alpha plus iota beta, uh, e to the power iota beta using the method of Euler rule, using the method of Euler theorem. Euler theorem. The Euler theorem is a Euler's theorem. According this theorem, always the e to the power iota theta equal to cos theta plus iota sine theta, and e to the power minus iota theta equal to cos theta minus iota sine theta. Okay, so this part is converted into c1 e to the power alpha x and into e to the power iota beta x and plus c2 e to the power alpha x and e to the power minus iota beta x. And then in the next step we can write it e to the power alpha x is common, and then we have c1 e to the power iota beta x plus c2 e to the power minus iota beta x. Now it is equal to e to the power alpha x and the expansion of this part is c1 the expansion of this part is c1 cos theta c1 cos theta plus iota c1 cos beta x plus iota sine beta x, and the second part is c2 sine beta x cos beta x minus iota sine beta x. Okay, this is the second part. Okay, this is the second part. Now after simplifying this equation, e to the power alpha x, this is convert into the form of c1 plus c2 cos beta x plus iota c1 minus c2 and c1 minus c2 sine beta x. Okay, now this is the arbitrary constant c1 and c2, so we can write it we can write it at the place of C1 and C2, we can put another constant. Then it is equal to e to the power alpha x, and suppose C1 and C2 equal to C3, or C cos beta x, plus C1 and C1 minus C2 equal to C dash sine beta x. Okay, so this is the complementary function for the complex root. If we have the two complex roots, if we have a pair of complex roots for a differential equation, for a linear differential equation with a constant coefficient, then the complementary function of the differential equation is this. If we have more than two complex roots, if we have the more than two pair of the complex roots, then we can easily write the complementary function. Suppose that we have the complex roots are alpha plus minus eta beta, and other complex root are gamma plus minus alpha plus minus eta beta to the power 2. Suppose that we have the two complex roots alpha plus minus eta beta. We have the two same pair of the complex roots. Then the complementary function of this equation equal to e to the power alpha x and c1 plus c2x cos beta x plus c3 plus c4x and sine beta x. Okay, this is the complex roots. Okay, this is the method for calculating the complex roots. Okay, let us solve an example of the linear differential equation with constant coefficient, in which we have the roots are complex. So in this case, suppose that in this example, the example is that d to the power 4 plus 1 y equal to 0, where the meaning of the d equal to d over dx. So this is the fourth order and first degree equation. The auxiliary equation of this is m to the power 4 plus 1 equal to 0. And for solving this type equation, first we add and subtract 4m square and add 4m square and subtract 4m square in this equation. Now this part convert m to the power 4 plus 1, m to the power 4 is m square to the power 2 plus 1 square, and we can write this is 2m square, right? And plus minus 2m to the power 2 equal to 0. This part convert into the m square plus 1 to the power 2, m square plus 1, m square plus 1 to the power 2. We can write it a square plus b square plus 2ab, and I think we can add and subtract in this question 2 d square plus 2. D square plus suppose we can write okay, this part is 4. I think at the place of 1, this is 4, and this part is 4, so this is the 2 square. Okay, now this is the m square, 2 square plus 2ab, and now we can write it m square plus 2 to the power 2, m square plus 2 to the power 2 minus 2m square equal to 0. According the formula of a square minus b square, we can write it m square plus 2 a plus b a minus b, m square plus 2 minus 2m a minus b. This is the a minus b, and a plus b is m square plus 2 plus 2m equal to 0. M square plus 2 minus 2, m square plus 2 plus 2 equal to 0. Now we have the two second degree equations. We have the 2 second degree polynomials, and the root of these equations are, first is the m square minus 2m and plus 2 equal to 0. So according to the Sridharacharya method, minus b is 2 plus minus root of b square is 4 minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. 4a is 1 and c is this, 4ac is 8 upon 2a is 2. So it is equal to 2 plus minus root of minus 4 upon 2. We can write it 2 plus minus 2 iota upon 2, and this is equal to 1 plus minus iota, right? And the root for the second equation is m square plus 2 plus 2m equal to 0. The roots of this equation is m equal to minus 1 plus minus iota. Now we have the two roots. This is the m1, this is the first root, this is the first pair of the complex root, the second pair of the complex root, and the answer of the complementary function for this equation, for this differential equation, is the complementary function is, it is equal to the complementary function for this pair of the complex roots, e to the power alpha x, here is alpha is 1, e to the power alpha x is e to the power x, c1 cos beta, beta is 1, so x plus c2 sine x, and plus e to the power minus x, because in second part, in the second pair of the complex root, the value of the alpha is minus 1, so e to the power minus alpha x, okay, minus 1x, and c3 cos x plus c4 sine x. Okay, so this is the complementary function and the complete solution for this differential equation. So this is the process for calculating the complex, this is the process for calculating the complementary function for such type differential equation in which the one pair and more than one pair of the complex roots are exist. Okay, thank you. In our next lecture, we will learn about the another example and the particular solution and particular integral of the differential equation. Okay, students, thank you.